The quiet sister never yelled. I was 27 when my mother died, and my sister didn't even wait until the funeral flowers began to fade. We had just left the cemetery. The earth was still fresh. The prayers were still ringing in my ears. That same evening, she showed up at my apartment. She didn't sit down. She didn't hug me. She didn't ask if I was okay. She stood in the middle of my living room, crossed her arms, lifted her chin, and said, "So. I'll take Mom's apartment. And I want 1.8 million in cash." Mom would have wanted it that way. My name is Evelyn Hart. I was 27 years old. And at that moment, my sister thought she had already won. Because I've always been the quiet one. Quiet at family dinners. Quiet during arguments. Quiet when my opinions were ignored. Quiet when my achievements were overlooked. People mistake quiet for weak. They think silence means you don't see what's happening. They think calm means you're not paying attention. They're wrong. My sister, Lauren, is 34. She's the golden child. The one Mom used to brag about. The one who knew people. The one who dressed like money, talked like confidence, and married into status. I was the other one. The reliable one. The invisible one. The one who handled things quietly in the background. Lauren kicked off her heels, sat on my couch like she owned it, and scrolled through her phone. "This doesn't have to be dramatic," she said. "Just do the transfers tomorrow. The bank opens at 9. Mom always said I'd be taken care of." I didn't raise my voice. I didn't argue. I didn't cry. I just looked at her. And she paused. Because she had never seen that look on my face before. What Lauren didn't know, what no one knew, was that 6 months before my mother died, she had one rare stretch of clarity. 1 week where her mind was sharp, focused, and painfully honest. And during that week, she did something unexpected. She didn't leave money behind. She left truth. She wrote everything down. Every temporary loan that was never repaid. Every credit card charge she didn't make. Every document with a signature that wasn't hers. Every transaction that quietly funded Lauren's lifestyle and her husband's failing business ideas. My mother didn't cry when she wrote it. She didn't rant. She didn't accuse. She documented. And she had every page notarized by an attorney I trusted. Not one chosen by my family. One chosen by me. Quiet doesn't mean unprepared. Quiet means strategic. The next morning, I didn't rush. I made coffee. Opened the window. Let the cold air clear my head. Lauren texted me 4 times before 9 a.m.
"Don't play games. Do not make me call lawyers. We all know what Mom left. I'm calling Dad." Good. I wanted everyone involved. At 11:30, I walked into my attorney's office. 8 folders waited on the table, neatly labeled, each one filled with my mother's handwriting. Fraud, forgery, elder financial abuse, tax manipulation. Not emotions, evidence. My phone kept buzzing. Dad. Lauren. Lauren again. At 12:10, Lauren finally called, her voice no longer sharp, just thin. "What did Mom sign?" she whispered. I didn't answer. That afternoon, we all met at my father's house. Lauren was pacing the porch when I arrived. Her mascara streaked, her hair frizzed from stress. Her husband stood behind her, trying to look calm, failing miserably. Dad tried to play peacemaker, like always. "Let's talk like a family," he said. Family. That word always shows up when money's on the line. I didn't sit down. I didn't take off my coat. I placed my bag on the dining table, the same table where my mother used to slice apples for us as kids, and slowly unzipped it. 8 folders hit the wood, one after another. The sound changed the room. "What is that?" Lauren asked. "My mother's handwriting," I said. Silence. I opened the first folder and slid it toward them. A notarized statement, Lauren's full legal name. The exact amount taken to cover her husband's failed investment. My father sat down hard. Lauren's knees buckled. I opened the second folder. Forged signatures, dates, bank records, attorney verification. You're not actually going to use those, Lauren whispered. I didn't answer. I opened the third folder instead. These were filed 6 months ago, I said calmly. With the estate. That's when it hit them. This wasn't anger, this wasn't revenge. This was consequence. My father's voice broke. Why didn't you tell us? I finally sat down, not out of weakness, but control. Because every time Mom tried to talk about the future, I said, you all turned it into a wish list. I slid the final envelope across the table. Lauren tore it open. Her face collapsed. The inheritance had already been executed, finalized, legally closed. What does that mean? Dad asked. It means there's nothing left to divide, I said. Lauren looked at me stunned. So you already took it? No, I said softly. You just assumed I would. To a foundation. I said, one Mom supported quietly for years. Scholarships, mentorship, women who never had a safety net. Lauren's entire war had been fought over money that was never meant for her. You did all this so nobody wins? She snapped. I tilted my head. Who said nobody wins? She stared at me. What do you get? She asked. I leaned forward. She scoffed. Peace doesn't pay bills. It does when you spent your life paying for everyone else's. The doorbell rang. 2 estate attorneys entered. A foundation representative followed. Everything was witnessed, documented, final. Lauren searched every page like a typo might save her. There has to be a mistake, she whispered. There isn't, the attorney replied calmly. Dad looked smaller than I'd ever seen him. The foundation representative slid a folder toward me. Your role, she said, executive oversight. Lauren stared. You control everything. No, I said. I guide it. Dad asked quietly, so we get nothing? I met his eyes. You get what Mom always wanted you to have. What? He asked. Accountability. Lauren left without another word. Her heels echoed down the path, like a chapter closing. The next morning, I went to the foundation early. The city felt quiet, but not empty. Quiet like potential. I opened the first application. A young woman wrote, I don't want to escape my family. I want to build beyond them. I smiled, because this story was never about punishment. It was about choosing where the future goes. I muted my family thread that day, not out of anger, but clarity. Growth isn't about who comes crawling back. It's about who you walk forward with. I locked the office that evening and stepped into the street. For the first time in my life, nothing was chasing me. I wasn't quiet anymore. I was free.